Good afternoon, Sava here from Sava Talks Football. Welcome to the second instalment of a daily dose of Spurs. Everyone needs a daily dose of Spurs, don't we? Sometimes we have too much, but sometimes we win games like we did yesterday, and all is well in the world. Until next week. I'm Sava. I hope you're well. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for liking and subscribing all the videos. Hopefully you like this video as well. I want to talk to you today about this. Yes, we beat West Ham. We beat West Ham 2-0. Should have had a bet. I predicted 2-0. Should have had a bet. Shame I don't gamble with the bookies. They always win. 2-0, comfortable in the end. I thought it was a really poor first half. Playing against a team that had no interest in attacking. Playing against a team that had no interest in really having the ball. That is where we struggle. That's where we struggle to break teams down. I think because of that, we saw a very frustrating first half where there wasn't a lot of movement from the front three. We didn't move the ball quick enough. We didn't carry the ball forward at any kind of momentum or pace. But then in true Spurs fashion, this is what we've become lately, is we came out second half and we looked sharper. I'm not saying it was great, but we looked sharper. We looked to get forward quicker. We looked to expose the gaps, and we did. Ben Day, a great ball from Højbjerg. Must say that. Fantastic. He frustrates me as a footballer at times, but every now and then he plucks out one of those passes. Lovely through ball. Ben Davies, who, to be fair to him, didn't have a lot to do defensively, but did try and get forward and join in, squaring it across. Heart in mouth when it goes to Royal, thinking, oh my God, surely he can't miss this. And he didn't. He coolly tucked it away. So well done, Davis and Royal, and well done, Højbjerg. Three unlikely people combining. So fair play to that. Credit where credit is due. Then the second goal, again, lovely ball through from Kane. Wonderful through ball. Lovely first touch from Heung-min Son. Just put it into the right area and a nice, neat, cool finish. Like the old Sonny. That's what we know. That's what we love about him. That's what we expect from him. Question is, can he kick on from that now? But we'll come to that in a minute. So we were 2-0 up, fairly comfortable. At no point did I feel like West Ham were going to score a goal. At no point did I feel threatened. And at every point did I feel that my West Ham mates in my WhatsApp groups were absolutely talking about relegation and very worried about what's going to be happening with their club moving forward. But I'm not a West Ham fan, so hey, whatever happens to them, happens to them. I want them to get relegated. I really want them to get relegated. But I didn't say that out loud. So 2-0, could you say maybe disappointed we didn't get to see Porro? Maybe disappointed we didn't get to see Dan Zuma. Lucas played, haven't seen him for a while. Papa Sarr came on for a few minutes at the end. Perisic came on and looked way out of his depth, should we say. He looked like he was getting the piss taken out of him by Soufal and Bowen, and he took them both out in two separate moments within the space of 60 seconds. For me, can't wait for Udogie to get here. Seen him play a few times through Udinese this year. Young, quick, athletic. Is he the answer? We don't know. We won't know till he plays in a Spurs shirt. But all I know is Perisic is looking every bit his age and isn't a wing-back for me. But look, let's not detract. It was a good performance. In the end, we won 2-0. We got the 3 points. We should be winning games like that. We did win a game like that. We now move on. Quickly, talking about Heung-min Son, Richarlison, that whole scenario. It is interesting, isn't it, that that's 2 games now that he's been dropped for this season or rotated, whichever word suits your fancy. And both times he's come on with a response. Now, there's school for thought here that, of course, he's a better player than Richarlison. I don't think that's ever been in doubt with anyone. But the school of thought is, if that's what's needed to get the reaction out of Son, do we do that more often when he goes on these bad runs? I don't know. I'm just asking. For me, I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. I don't think any player should be playing every minute of every game. Unfortunately, Kane does. Son does. Lots of these players have to play every minute of every game. But look, I personally, what I want to see now is I want to see Heung-min Son now kick on. We had the full storm against Leicester. We had the full storm against Preston. I hope this isn't another full storm. It'd be lovely to see Heung-min Son now, next 5, 6, 7 games, go and rattle in 5, 6, 7 goals. Shut us all up. When I say shut us all up, listen, you're allowed to critique players that aren't playing well. Don't let anyone tell you you can't critique players. I keep hearing that fans don't deserve Heung-min Son. Fans don't deserve Harry Kane. What does that mean? If a player's playing well, they're playing well. If they're playing poorly, we're going to critique them. That's what football fans do. It's been that way since the test of time. That's not going to change now because his name's Heung-min Son. He hasn't had a good season, but he has now got a very important part to play for the last 14 league games, plus the FA Cup, plus the Champions League. Let's see, can he now put that run together? Because at the moment, it looks like Kulu's struggling. He's not playing like he used to. Overhitting crosses, not taking his man on. Doesn't look as sharp. So look, my point is this. Son, Kulu, do they need to be rotated more to get a bit of hunger? Yeah, I think they do. That's just my opinion. And we saw that it benefited yesterday. But look, Son will start against Chelsea. Now go and continue that. Build that relationship again with Harry Kane, like we saw last night. That's what we know and love. It's that intricate passing between the two. So, let me ask you this. Tottenham Hotspur, are we favourites for top four? Now, bear in mind, this is a question. That's not a statement before anyone turns around and goes flip-flop. And bear in mind, I did predict at the beginning of the season we would finish fourth. I haven't wavered from that. The reason why I think we'll finish fourth, not because of the manager, not because I think the football squad is brilliant, but because I think we've got goal scorers. When I look at the firepower that we've got, and then I compare that to all of the other teams around us, maybe not Liverpool, but when I look at the firepower of the other clubs, they simply don't have it. Newcastle don't have it. Man United don't have it. Brighton don't have it. Fulham don't have it. Brentford, all the teams that are in and around there. Chelsea certainly don't have it. We have it, which is why I said we would finish fourth. Can we still finish fourth? Of course we can. Of course we can. We're right up there. It's going to be tough. Of course it is. It'd be weird if it was easy. Are we the favourites for it, though? Interesting. We've played a lot of the difficult teams away from home. We've played a lot of the difficult teams at home. We've got Man United at our ground. I think we've got Liverpool away and we've got Chelsea at our ground. Negotiate those 3 games and you'd like to think with some favourable fixtures that we can definitely get top 4. The worry has been this year is that the so-called favourable fixtures or the easier fixtures is where we've come a cropper. Aston Villa, Brentford, Leicester, these games are games we should be winning. So it's going to be a real dogfight to the end. Are we favourites? I'm not sure. I think it's definitely going to be a race. And hear me out. I think it's going to be between Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur. I think Newcastle, I think this is 1 year too early. I've said that all year. I think they're very good. I love what Eddie Howe's done with them. I love the football they've played. I think they're well ahead of schedule. I think when people go, oh, but we're above them. Of course we're above them. Look where they were when Eddie Howe picked them up. I wouldn't expect them to be above us. They don't have Kane. They don't have Son. They don't have Kulusevski. I would expect to be above them. So it's just my opinion. I think it's going to be a battle between Tottenham and Liverpool. I think Liverpool have got their players back at the right time. Now, that's for them to then go on a run if they want to do something with their season. They've done it before this year. They had 3 or 4 wins in a row, then fell off a cliff. This time, it's now the business end of the season, as Graham once taught me. The business end of the season, bruv, that's where it's won and lost. He always taught me that from when I was growing up. So, can Spurs get top 4? Of course we can get it. Are we the favourites? I think it's going to be a tight one. I want to know your opinions. Do you think we're favourites for top 4? Do you think Liverpool are favourites? Are Newcastle for you still in there? Because once they've played this League Cup final next week, they've got 1 game a week. We've got FA Cup, Champions League. It's going to be lots of different factors. All I know is it's going to be an exciting end to the season. We've got 14 games left and it's in our hands. Let me know your thoughts. Are we favourites for top 4? Will Sonny go on a run? Can we beat Chelsea next week? I say yes. We should. They're not winning games. We should. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you for all your support. We're chasing down 3,500 and we're very, very close to getting there. So please smash that like button. I'll be back tomorrow for another Daily Dose of Spurs. I'm Sava. Thank you very much. Much love. See you later.